Charlie. Charlie. Are you in there, Charlie? Gabby and Fancy. We haven't filmed much in the last few weeks, but it's been busy here on the farm. We as of date, we have 18 new kid goats, and looks like everybody's out here on the pasture except for, you just saw Gabby, and we named her little goat. She had one, named it Fancy. All right, I'm going to give you an update on the goats, but before I do, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I know you're going to like this video. It's all about goats. Go show you around the goats and tell you what's been happening as far as the goat situation in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm gonna come out here and see if I can get some pictures of the goats and all the kids. We still have two does that have not kidded yet, and I hear, come here, buddy. What are you doing? This is Charlie, and Charlie is the only, he's the only one that we're having to bottle feed. He thinks it's feeding time. Come here, Charlie. This is little Charlie. Charlie was a triplet. He was born to a first-time mama. She had triplets, and I looked out that morning and I saw, looked like it was 3 triplets, or looked like it was 3 little kids there. So I thought, well, she must have had triplets. But before I could get out, she had went out into the pasture, and this little fella had followed her out. And later in the day, I come back, after I come back from work, I checked on them, come back from work, and when I got back from work, she only had 2 with her. And I said, well, maybe one of the others had, one of the babies had got with her twins, and I just thought it was triplets. So it was the next day, actually it was about 18 hours later. 18 hours later, we got out and got to looking and counting, and we come up with 1 extra kid that we didn't know we had, which was this little fella. And we had found him out in the pasture, and so we went and followed him, or got him, brought him up to the house, up to the barn, and figured out that he was one of the triplets. And he did get colostrum the first day, but he had not eaten in 18 hours. So needless to say, Mom had done, I guess, forgot about him. She wouldn't let him nurse. We could hold her and he would nurse, and he's done that for a couple of times. And we tried to get her to take him. She would not take him, so eventually we just had to start bottle feeding. So little Charlie here is the only bottle fed baby that we have, and if it had not been for the misfortune of him following his mother out in the pasture, I believe she would have raised all 3 of them. So but anyway, this little Charlie, after we started feeding him with the bottle, he got, I guess because he was real weak, he couldn't clean himself. He got maggots on his hind end. We had to get that taken care of, cleaned up. We got that under control. But in the meantime, he got real weak, and he got to where he couldn't hardly walk in his hind legs. He would just drag his legs along. So done a little research and study. I come up with I thought that maybe I need to give him some extra vitamins, which I do. I add that to his milk, and also I got him some selenium and vitamin E, and gave him a dose of that. And as you can see, he's out here running, doing good. That was about 3 days ago that we gave that to him. He's getting better, stronger every day. And So I guess he'll be another little bit. That's a little bit right there. She's the one that's got the bell on. She was a bottle baby 2 years ago. She's a smaller goat. Charlie's going to be a smaller goat, looks like. And with him being a smaller goat, he'll probably wind up just being a pet. Probably a companion buck for our bucks that we have. He was out here in the pasture and he saw me and come running, hollering, wanting a bottle. Okay, I'm gonna walk around and show some of the other kids on film. Now this goat here, she's had twins. I think that's number 10, yeah, number 10. She always has pretty babies. You can see her babies. They always tend to, some reason or another, have black color in them. But they're out here. All these goats that I'm showing you are less than, all the goats that I'm showing you, all the babies, they're all less than 10 days old, I guess. Well, no less than 2 weeks. Some of the first ones was about 2 weeks, but most of them are about 10 days old. There's two babies there. That's their mother up there, the white goat. Well, I say that is. The little black one, that's her baby there. Two little babies here. The two that I'm about to show you right here, this is Nibble's baby, and that's the first two that we had. The little gray goat, that was probably the first one that we had. The little doe there, they're twins. You can see the black doe, that's her little baby. And you can see they're all eating grass now out here on the pasture. Little Red, she's got some pretty babies. There's old Gentry, he's the daddy. This is two little does there. If I'm not mistaken, these two right here, that's Little Red's babies right there. We got these little fellas, they like to climb on stuff. They're out here nibbling grass and exploring, wandering around. We had lots of color in our kids this year. Gentry, this is the first time that we've used Gentry, that buck, and he produced some pretty babies. Got lots of dapple. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I thought we had 4. 3 or 4. 3 dapples. One of them has got, or yeah, one of them. Anyway, we got 3 dapples out of them. A couple of them, like inside their ear, is dappled. So I know we've got a doe like that, and we're going to keep her, and she will probably produce a dapple baby. But we have several dapples. This gal down here, this is Charlie's mom. She was a first-time mama. That's one of the babies, one of the triplets. Charlie's mom, Charlie's brother. And I'm not sure where the other one's at. But anyway, that's all the babies. Just a good look. If you notice that little doe right there, she's got a purple mark on her. Caden put that little purple mark on her so he could tell her apart from the others, because she's turned out to be a pet. He named her Pearl. What you doing, baby goat? That's a little red, and that's her babies right there. This doe right here, she hasn't kidded. We still have her to go. And then we have this doe right here. She's still needing to kid. I look for them to kid within the next week. I'm hoping that this doe right here, I hope she produces some babies that more on the boar line. Her daddy was, well, lots of these does, their daddy was Flash, which was a full-blooded boar, registered boar goat. So I'm anxious to see what she produces. Gentry, I don't know where there's Gentry. Gentry up there, that's the buck. He's a Kiko buck. So we have some Kiko mixed in with the boar. I love to see them out here on pasture starting to eat grass. I always feel like during kidding season, if I can get them through the first 2 weeks, get them out here on grass, get them to eating, I feel like we've got it, the hard part behind us. That little dapple buck that's up there hollering, that's his mother right there. That's Charlie's brother. There's little Charlie. Come here, Charlie. Come here, little man. Charlie, come here. Come here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah. He's doing good. Come on, Fancy. Fancy decided to get out of the barn. She's a pretty baby. Come here, girl.